Just trying to get some things straight, organized about what we've seen yesterday that's floating around social media that happened in the city of Chicago on 79th and Cottage Grove, where a Chicago police officer body slammed a civilian. And that's what I really want to talk about. I want to talk about the video and what we've observed from that video. Now, I realize everything that we talk about the video probably won't be seen because of the different angle, the camera angle of the video. So I just take that in mind. Take that in mind. So let me tell you where I stand with the video. I think the officer was dead wrong. I'm going to go a little further than that. I know the officer was dead wrong when he body slammed the civilian like that. That man had to hit his head on the sidewalk. Or a serious headache or a busted head, man, that he got a brick head on him. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about what his condition is because I don't know. It's being hid, it's private. But let me say this. When the officer, according to the video, I'm only going by what I see on the video, that the young lady, when the guy was on the car, on the SWAT car, and if you notice, he had his head turned. This was behind him. The officer was behind him. Now, if you get too close to me, I spit. Not like, normally when you see a person maliciously spit, you know what they do? They knock their head back and, or you'll see some type of body gestures in that. But there's another type of spit when you talk to a person and when you're in their personal space and they talk. A lot of times when I was at the protest, you would see the mic in my hand and my spit. I spit when I talk. Not a type of spit. So if a man is drunk and he's talking to you and he's spitting while he's talking, that can happen. So immediately after the officer grabbed this guy and body slams him on the curb, his head hit the curb, if you notice on the video, this is what he does. Now, I don't see him really wiping his face, but I see him, brushing this thing off like that. And I'm going to tell you, anybody that work with the public or come in contact with people, it's a possibility that spit can come when you talk like that. It's not necessarily it's intentional, but it can happen. Now, even if he did spit on him, do that guy deserve to be taken up and boom, the police call it immediately takedown. That's an assault. If he maliciously spit on you, why isn't he charged right now? Why is it the charge is pending? That should be no question. If you spit on anybody, that is an assault. An assault. You don't have to wait to get no charges. You know it's BS, people. Don't buy that. And we want to put pressure on the Chicago Police Department as well as Mayor Lori Lightfoot. You have to put this guy on investigation. Right now, they're saying he's under investigation now. At first, they wasn't saying that. So let me just tell you, the media is not on our side, people. Their job is to get ratings. Their job is to demonize people that look like you and I. Even though they have people that work for them that look like us. Do not be deceived. And one thing about the truth, you don't have to practice it. You don't have to rehearse it. You just tell the truth. And that young lady, she seen what she seen, she said what she said, and she was on point. If the man had a beer in one hand, a cell phone in the other hand, come on now. And of course, it might have been some going back and forth talking with the person. But what do you expect with a person that's under? Do you expect a civilized conversation with a person like that? I've had an officer search me from the front. An officer tell me to put my hands right in front of me. while he's searching me, while he's talking to me. You know, right on top of my head, just like this. Put your hand in the back of your head, just like this, while he's searching in front of me. So those are the procedures. So people, don't buy that mess that the man just spit on him. Now in the video, you got to watch it closely. You can see the officer. Now according to the video, I don't see that. Now I do see the man's head turned like this to the right while the officer's standing behind him. That must have been some heck of a spit then. Because if I'm talking, you get too close in my personal space, you might get spit on. Is it intentionally? No, it's not. And that's what we want to bring out. Was this spit non-intentional or intentionally? That's the point that we want to bring out. And that's what should be the investigation based upon. Did he, even if he spit it on the officer, deserve to be turned upside down like that and thrown down on his neck? No, he didn't deserve that. Talking about immediately take down, emergency take down. That's BS. They don't want us to go down there on Black Friday and interrupt the white folks' money. That's why they keep this thing a secret. People, CPD, you are wrong. You are dead wrong. And let me say that to you Negroes out there. Always see the police right until it happens to you. Then that's when you want to jump on the black people band. Shame on you. Yeah, I said it. Until you Negroes get oppressed, disrespected, picked on, violated by the police, then you want to be black. Oh, I got to tell the truth. I got to tell the truth. That's the truth, people. The police been shooting and killing us for years and getting away with it. They come in our neighborhood and make a practice because they think we don't know the law. We don't have the money to get the legal, proper representation. That's why they do what they do. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not making this video because I'm trying to get that young man as a client or get a lawyer for him and make some money off. That's not my motive. My motive is to get the truth, the facts of the matter. That is what my motive is today. And we need to pray for that young man that got slammed on the sidewalk, on the curb. Not telling that. That is bogus. That cop needs to be fired. He needs to be disciplined. That's what he needs to be. For real. Real talk. I got to speak the truth. I got to tell it. There's nothing in it for me, people. I'm not trying to get this guy to be my client or drag him to a lawyer and all that. I ain't on none of that. I'm on to getting the truth out and the facts and get that officer disciplined. Because there had been me slamming an officer like that, man, it'd be shut and closed. Close and shut, whatever you want to say it. He needs to be dealt with. Superintendent Eddie Johnson. Intern Superintendent Beck, Charlie Beck. He needs to be dealt with. If not, things are going to happen. I got to say it. There's already a tension between the black community and the police. We don't trust you guys. And we probably would never will. And let me say something to my black people, my black audience. If the police is looking at us as the bad guys and the enemy, do you expect them to protect us? I don't think so. I don't think so. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. If they look at us as the bad guys and the enemy, do you expect them to protect us at the fullest extent of the law? Even if the judges and the lawyers, I'm talking about race soldiers, come on, to tell the truth and shame the devil. These are the same people that talk Jesus, that walk Jesus, sing every Sunday, talk about, oh, how I love Jesus, and they mistreat black people. And let me say to my Christian family, those that you are white, white silence is violence. And if you don't say anything against this, you are just as guilty. You already know what it is. This is the Crime Chaser, live, unedited, and uncut. Share this video. Look at that video. I don't care how. Look at it over and over and over and over. And if I get in your personal space, I might spit on you too. Not intentionally, mistakenly. Peace out. One love. I love being black. Black love. Black power. Black unity. I got to say black power again until the last hour. Race first. Be good.